Alright, so this video is going to be about my new toy that I got, my new bike, my new mini bike. It's a mini bike. It's not mini. It might look mini, but it's not. It's like a full bike to me, because it has a actual wheel from an actual bike, motorcycle, that back wheel as well. So it's a chopper. I'm not sure what frame it is, but I had traded my other bike, my red bike, for this. I had to drive 3 hours away, all the way from Los Angeles to Barstow, a little farther than Barstow, California, over there going towards Las Vegas. So me and the guy agreed to meet halfway, and we did. And he was happy with the bike I gave him, and I'm happy with the bike he gave me. It's a 212cc Ghost engine. It's a stock besides the torque converter, but something happened earlier. I'll get to that later. There goes the spacers. Let's see. So it's a stock 212cc Predator engine, Ghost engine. It has a, I'm not sure what kind of carburetor, PZ22 carburetor. Yeah, that's basically it. It has a caliper, brake disc, brake fluid reservoir. Here's your brake. And I got a new throttle, because the one the guy gave me with the bike, it was getting stuck. It was a sticky throttle, so I had to get a new one. It's a Harley throttle. Apparently it's a Harley throttle. I put a kill switch right here, all the way down to the wires to the motor, and it has a torque converter. I'm not sure what torque converter it is, but it was running earlier, and I was riding it, and the clutch bolt, or not the clutch bolt, Jesus Christ, the torque converter bolt, the drive pulley, broke inside of the crankshaft. It broke inside of the crankshaft. Luckily, I found the bolt, but yeah, that happened earlier. I already ordered the crankshaft for the engine, and I'm gonna just go ahead and replace the crankshaft. Everything else, that's it. I'm gonna just leave it the way everything else is. Just replace the crankshaft, and then it should be back on the road. Also, I forgot to mention, there's a big exhaust. I'm not sure what kind of exhaust this is, but it's a really nice exhaust. A little bit dirty. So the guy, when he gave me the bike, he said the chain, apparently, he had a truck with him, and apparently the chain had slid out, like the truck bed. He said he brought the chain. It wasn't on, but he did bring the chain. I don't know. That's what he said. This video, I'm also going to be replacing the crankshaft. So, might take probably a week or two to record this video, but at least I'm making a video on it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and drain the oil out the motor. Hopefully this works out, because I'm using a piece of can or a piece of aluminum to kind of guide the oil into the bucket. So let's hope it works. The front didn't work, so I'm gonna try to do the back. Hopefully this works. As you could tell, I made a fucking mess everywhere, even on the mount on the bike. So I'm gonna go ahead, spray with some brake cleaner. it's done, we'll go ahead and take off the torque converter bolts. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and take off the side cover bolts. Whoops. Lobes are fine. I didn't nick, at least I don't think I nicked the lobes. Check the teeth. Teeth are fine. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and take off the side cover before I can pull off the flywheel and take the crankshaft out. Well, as you can see, I took out the crankshaft already, but now there's a better view of the nut or the bolt that got stuck or snapped in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace it because I talked to a machinist and I told him if he could drill it out or probably weld something onto that and screw it out. But he said he doesn't like to work, or it's not even worth trying to take it out. Just get a new crankshaft, especially these are like 50 bucks new. But if it's a car or bigger motor, you might as well just try to get that out. Real quick, I'm gonna try to punch this bearing out, the side cover, because as you can see, it doesn't try to spin. So I think the bearing's shot. I'm gonna just punch it out, buy a new one. So now I took everything off of the bike, everything that I needed to. Here's all the parts laid out in front of me: flywheel, side cover, and then the push rods, lifters, rod, connecting rod, or the piece that actually connects to the rod, cam, and then the crankshaft. But this one we throw out, or not throw out, I might just keep it just in case. But I already ordered the new bearing for the side cover. Apparently this bearing was good. First, I think you just had to have it on the crankshaft in order for it to spin good. As you can see, it spins freely, but I already took out the little seal that goes around, so I couldn't put it back on. And plus, the little spring that holds the seal, this little spring, it's supposed to hold the seal, but this one was already like all messed up and twisted up, so I just got a new bearing. So I had to wait until the crank and the bearing comes, and then I could put all this back together. Alright, so finally I got the pulley, the driver pulley for the torque converter, side cover bearing, and the crank itself. I'm gonna knock out this governor gear just because I don't need it. There's no governor on the 212 Ghost motors, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So basically, to knock out this gear, you just need a hammer and the crank with the gear on it. So just take it and then slowly tap around it. Slowly. Yeah, it's coming out. All right. There you go. Throw that shit over there. Now while I'm at it, might as well go ahead and knock in this bearing, side cover bearing, but clean the inside. Just go ahead and get the old bearing, put it on top. We'll have some 72 on crank. It all up. You never use too much lube in any case. Some lube or 70 grease on actual rod cap. All right, it's a couple hours later because I had things to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and torque the rod cap bolts to 108 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. I'm gonna start off by 20 and then go up. There's 20, and I'm gonna go up to 40. There's 40. There's 60. 80. 80 and then 100. I should just go 108. So there's 108. Okay. So there's the crank and the piston rod installed, or piston rod cap installed. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take my push rods. Go ahead and take those, put a little bit of assembly lube or assembly grease. Shove these back into the motor. I probably shouldn't be doing it like this, but you know what? Fuck it. Now for the the cam, go ahead and clean it just in case. So I already have everything installed. I just need the side cover, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the bell housing, well, not the bell housing, well yeah, I guess you could call it the bell housing, and then the flywheel and all that bullshit. So here's the side cover. Go ahead. These a little dirty. Put some assembly lube in here. That's where the camera's on. And also put some right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and torque the side cover bolts to 204 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and put the flywheel on. Line it up with the keyway, which is right over here. This up, slide, just like that, and then get the bolt. Line this up as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and torque the flywheel nut to 54, right? Yeah, 54 foot-pounds. This is a foot-pounds wrench, not an inch-pounds like the other one. There you go. 54 foot-pounds. Just go ahead and straighten that out. All right, I just want to show you guys what I did to the spark plug. If it could focus. It's not focusing. Fuck. Focus. There you go. All right, so as you can see, you can't fucking see, dude. Come on. All right, as you can see, look at the tip of the plug. I cut it at an angle. Apparently doing this, cutting at an angle, not too far off, but you can't really see that. But apparently that gives you better, a better spark between whatever this tip right here, and then this tip right here. Apparently it gives you better spark. So I'm gonna go ahead and just try it. If it doesn't, just get a new plug. 10 bucks, 5 bucks. So yeah, just wanted to let you know that I did do that to the plug just to see if it does work.